If you have been following the news, you know that OpenAI just pulled the fire alarm. This is not just a cute update. This isn't ChatGPT with a new hat. This is a complete strategic pivot. They have stopped trying to make a charming chatbot you can talk to. They have started building a cold, reliable, agentic worker. Today, we are going to tear apart ChatGPT 5.2. We will look at the new thinking mode, the controversial pricing changes, and most importantly, we will answer the big question. Is it actually better than Gemini 3? The first thing you notice when you log in post-update is that the whimsy is gone. The interface looks like a pilot's cockpit. You are immediately forced to make a choice between three distinct brains or modes at the top of the screen. First, you have instant mode. This is essentially GPT 4.0 optimized. It's fast, it's cheap, and it's basically the overconfident intern we all know. It spits out answers in 3 seconds, but it often hallucinates. Then you have the new star of the show, thinking mode. This is where the magic and the frustration happens. This mode uses a chain of thought architecture. When I asked it to analyze a complex P&L sheet and forecast a burn rate, it didn't just type. It showed a literal progress bar that said thinking for 12 full seconds. It feels agonizingly slow compared to the old days, but it wasn't stalling, it was planning, it was running simulations, and the output wasn't just text, it was a structured report with a downloadable CSV file generated on the fly. And finally, there is Pro mode, the expensive consultant. High accuracy, massive context, but very limited use. OpenAI is touting a new benchmark called GDPVL. They claim this model beats human professionals in 70.9% of economic tasks. That is a terrifying number if it's true. In my testing, the difference is agentic tool use. Old ChatGPT would tell you how to do something. ChatGPT 5.2 just does it. I gave it a vague instruction: audit this company. I watched it chain 4 different tools together. First, it searched for livestock prices. Second, it wrote a Python script to visualize that data. Third, it analyzed the trend lines. And fourth, it generated a PDF report. It did all of that without me touching the keyboard once. It's not trying to be your friend, it's trying to be your employee. And yes, for the creators out there, the rumors are true. Thanks to the new Disney partnership, the Sora video integration lets you legally generate clips with specific characters in Pro mode. I made Mickey Mouse explain quantum physics. It's gimmicky for work, but huge for content creators. But let's get to the fight everyone wants to see. The code red was specifically about beating Google. Did they succeed? I tested both models on a legal contract review task. Here's the verdict. If you need pure logic and coding, ChatGPT 5.2 wins. Its thinking mode is rigid, professional, and it checks its own work. It passed 80% of our coding benchmarks compared to Gemini's 76%. However, Google still holds the crown for context and creativity. Gemini 3 has a massive 2 million token context window. ChatGPT 5.2 is capped at 400K. When I uploaded a massive codebase to ChatGPT, it got a little amnesiac in the middle of the files. Gemini didn't flinch. Also, Gemini just feels more human. ChatGPT 5.2 has become very stiff. If you try to joke with thinking mode, it ignores you. If you want a creative writing partner, stick with Google. Now, we have to talk about money because this is where OpenAI is being a little tricky. The marketing says Pro mode for everyone. That is not entirely true. On the standard $20 month plus plan, you get unlimited instant mode, but you are capped on thinking messages, about 3,000 a week. And Pro access, you get maybe 3 hours of heavy use before you get cut off. I hit the cap in about 2 hours of heavy coding. That is why they introduced the hidden Pro user tier for $200 a month. This gives you the full power, unlimited reasoning, and the full context window. Unless you are literally running a one-person enterprise or replacing a developer, do not pay the $200. Stick to the $20 plan. It is the sweet spot for 90% of users.